Hello and good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. My name is Mr. Jeffrey Tandock, and I'm an executive with our company, ACN. Before I got involved with ACN, it was one of those guys that did everything their parents told them to do: go to school, get good grades, and get a good job. Well, I did get a good job. I got more than a good job. I got a great job. I got a job as a controller and chief financial officer. I ran companies that were anywhere in budget of $5 million upwards of $140 million. And even though you're the CFO, you have six-figure income, and you have all the best benefits in the world, I found out there was something wrong with my life. And what I found out was that I didn't have freedom. See, it doesn't matter if you're a controller or chief financial officer, you make six figures a year, and you're working 60 to 80 hours a week. It's no good for you as an individual because you don't have time for yourself. If you're married like I was, then you have no time not only for yourself, but you don't have time for your spouse. And then if you also have kids, not only do you not have time for yourself or your spouse, you don't have time for your kids. And so what I realized was that I was, maybe I was rich in terms of an income, but I was not rich, or I was broke in terms of time. And so now, today, I am more freedom-oriented than I am money-oriented. When I found this business, I found it was absolutely something amazing, and it represented that freedom that I was looking for. So our company is ACN. This is an online business. It does cost at this point in time $399. And when you join our business, what you will really realize is that we are a customer acquisition company. All we do as independent business owners is acquire customers, and ACN does the rest. When you get started with our company, ACN will provide you with a personalized online store. So your store can be yourname.acndirect.com. ACN will host and update daily your website. All the product information and ordering of all the services is done right here in your website. There's also US-based customer care and billing. ACN also provides an IBO support call center, and they also do all of your customer tracking. So over here in box 2, we're moving forward. We started in January of 1993. Our company is 22 years old. We're over 24 countries and on 4 continents. Last year in 2014, we did $800 million in revenue, and we're still growing. In 2013, let's get some perspective here. In 2013, we were at $700 million in revenue and growing. 2014 went to $800 million in revenue and growing. And this year in 2015, we are projecting that we're going to be a $1 billion company. While we've acquired millions of customers, we're also opening up in other markets, and we're going to expand starting in January of 2016 in the part of the world called Asia. We're going to open up in Japan, Taiwan, and in the Philippines. And with all that, we have millions of customers acquired worldwide. ACN is the best at what we do. If there was a company that you wanted to work with, you'd want to work with number 1, wouldn't you? Well, you're in the right place at the right time. If there was a team or a group of people, because let's face it, you don't always get to choose who you work with. In our business, we're fortunate. We have the fortunate pleasure and blessing to be able to work with whomever we want, anywhere in the world that our business operates. And with that, you're in the right place at the right time again, because ACN is the world's largest direct seller of telecommunications, energy, and other essential services. The Matrix team, which I am a part of, and all of my team is a part of, and most of the people that I help in this business are a part of. The Matrix team is the #1 team here in the United States of America. Not only here in the United States, but also Canada, the United Kingdom, South Korea, and Australia. Is that doing something good or good? It's doing something absolutely great. So moving on to box 3. This is the real meat and potatoes of what we do. And let me just tell you right now, we don't sell and we don't convince anyone on what it is that we're doing. The reason why we don't sell or convince anyone on what we are doing is simply because of this. You and everybody you know is already in our business somehow, some way. So if everyone's in the business, what do you mean by that, Mr. Tandock? Everyone's in the business somehow, some way, simply because of this. All the services that we have to offer are residential and business services. They are essential to every household and every business that exists, not just here in the United States of America, but around the world in all 24 countries that we operate in. Why do I say that? Well, who do you know that has a cell phone? Everybody, right? Who do you know that needs electricity? Everybody. Who do you know that needs solar energy? Who do you know that needs natural gas? The answer is everybody. Who do you know that watches television? The answer is everybody. Who do you know that does this thing called the internet? The answer again is everybody. If you look at the logos of the companies that are represented here on the screen, these are the companies that we work with. Now, they're just a portion of the companies that we work with, because depending on the market, depending on what part of the world that we're operating in, there are more and more companies that we work with. And because that section of the page is so small, we couldn't begin to possibly put all of the companies' logos that we work with. But you do recognize DirecTV, you do recognize Dish Network, you do recognize Vivint, you do recognize ADT. We work with, here in Illinois, we work with ComEd, we work with People's Gas, North Shore Gas, and Nicor. And depending on your marketplace, and if you have energy that is deregulated, we may be working with your energy companies as well. So it's winter, it's November 2nd. It is getting cold, it's getting dark fast, and like 5 o'clock, it's pitch black. So let's think about this for a second. With the cold weather, what happens here in Chicago? Well, whether you're at home, in a car, or whatever mode of transportation you use to get to work, or in your office, there's something that happens when it gets cold. And what happens is the actual heat of the place has got to go up. Why does it have to go up? Because people they want to be comfortable, they don't want to be cold. Well, if the heat bills go up at home, in a car, or at your place of work, what goes up with it? Your natural gas bill goes up with it. And with that, we get a raise. Those of us who are involved with this business, we get a raise when people's bills for electricity and natural gas go up. Why did I include electricity? Well, Halloween just passed. A lot of people put a lot of decorations outside their house. Thanksgiving is coming, and so is Christmas. You know what our favorite gift to give people is? At this time of year, it's lights. Strands and strands and strands of lights. And what do? We get with the lights that have the highest wattage associated to each bulb. Why? Because we want that electricity bill to go up. How would you like to get paid? Simply because of the weather, of it getting warm or cold, or simply because of a holiday like Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. Things are happening, things are going to happen whether you like it or not. We're just a part of something that's naturally happening all day, every day around the world. So here's something exciting with our company. Every time we acquire a customer and our customers pay our bills, a hungry child gets fed. We work with a project Feeding Kids based here in Chicago, and it's something that's absolutely amazing because just by paying your bill, you can help feed a hungry child. Now over here to the right, we also have free services. Free services are for independent business owners or IBOs and customers. If you acquire 5 customers on select ACN services, in addition to yourself, and your same service can be free. And what does that mean? Well, that means you can have a free cell phone service, you can have free high-speed internet service, you can have free digital telephone service, you can even have free DirecTV television service. That's absolutely amazing. For those of us that are involved with the business or independent business owners, when we acquire 10 residential Zoom Energy customers, in addition to ourselves, the same service can be free. So what services are we talking about? We're talking about residential electricity, where it's available, and residential natural gas. Here in Chicago, if you were to take away your cell phone bill, your high-speed internet bill, your electricity and gas bill, how much of an effect would that be on your household? Here in the illustration, we show $300 to $1,000 annual savings. For me, it's a little more than that because it's about $500 to $600 a month in annual savings. So $500 at 12 months, that's $6,000 in savings. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is worth the price of admission alone when it comes to the business, because if your business costs $399 and you're going to save $5,000 $5,000 or to $6,000, doesn't that just pay for itself? Our business model is amazing. All we simply do in terms of we acquire customers is refer people to our company and the services that we have to offer. Have you ever referred someone to a good movie, a good book, or perhaps even a good restaurant? Of course you have. And when you made that referral, did you get paid? Of course you did not. So what we do in our business, all we simply do is refer people to the services that our company provides, whether it's high-speed internet and voice, wireless, electricity, natural gas, or solar energy, home security and business security and automation, television, or payment processing. And we refer people to those services and we acquire customers. We simply get paid. So how is it that we get paid? Well, we get paid through personal residual income, box 5. We can earn up to 10% on all of our customer services. And who's going to be your first customer anyways? A customer without a store is useless, and your first customer has got to be yourself. So you got to look at the services that we have to offer. Me and myself here in Chicago, I have wireless service and I have electricity service. I have natural gas, high-speed internet, and well, what else is there? High-speed internet and television. So I have 5 services right there. To earn up to 10%, you do have to qualify. As you see, it's 30 services totaling 60 points with an average bill of $40 a month. Silly question, who do you know that has a $40 a month cellular telephone bill? Who do you know that has a $40 a month high-speed internet bill? Security and automation, natural gas, all the services combined, who do you know has a bill that's only $40 a month? Well, if you look at the example here, 30 services at an average of $40 a month, that's $1,200 a month in billing revenue. At 10%, that's $120 a month or $1,440 per month in residual income. Well, let's think about this. If you take the average of $40, which you know is not a real number, and you move that to say $400 a month, because that's what an electricity or gas bill could be, right? I've seen some cellular service bills be just as costly as that. It's $400 a month. If you increase the price of the monthly bill, what happens to your billing revenue? It goes up. If that goes up, what happens to your monthly income? It goes up as well. So that right there as an example is just a very conservative example of what and how much money you can earn in this business. We have monthly personal customer bonuses. When you acquire 4 customers, you get $100. Acquire 5 customers, you get $200. Acquire 6, and you'll get $400. There is no limit to the number of times you can qualify each month for this bonuses. It is for select services, and we'll go over that later. So looking at this business, what benefits are there? Well, there's a lot. You get free services, you get personal residual income, you have monthly personal customer bonus income, etc. The business by itself is a common sense business and just makes absolute common sense. Looking over here in box 8. Hey, how's it going? Looking over here in box 8, what makes more money? Franchise or 200? Well, it's 200, right? That's the magic number because it's all about volume. You say, Larry? Oh, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of a glitch there. One moment. So as I was saying, I apologize for that brief disruption. Override residual income. Who makes more money, the CEO of a company or the employees? Well, the CEO does. And who does all the work? The employees. Well, why is it that the employees do all the work and the CEO or the owner makes all the money? Great question, right? Well, employees get paid exactly for what it is that they are hired to do. With a CEO, he leverages everyone's work because he can't be everywhere at all the time and do all the work, can he? So he leverages everyone's job, all their efforts, and so therefore he earns a greater check, right? So there was once a famous saying. The famous saying was, I would rather have 1% of the effort of 100 people than have 100% of my own effort. So if you understand that, the overriding residual income makes all the sense in the world. In our company, there are earned positions. There's you start out as a team trainer. And as a team trainer, to get qualified and become a qualified team trainer, you have to acquire 7 points. Once you acquire 7 points or 7 services, it's really easy. You have electricity, you have gas, you have cell phone. Some households have more than 1 cell phone. So all these services count for points. When you get yourself qualified, you also get a customer acquisition bonus. And that monthly personal bonus is $400. If you paid $400, you earned a $400 bonus. What's the cost of your business? Your business is actually free then, right? Moving on to the next step, there's executive team trainer. That's 25 points. 25 points between you and your team. Every time you acquire a business partner and you get your business partner qualified, your business partner will, for qualifying your business partner, will receive a $30 bonus. That's amazing. It takes about an hour to get a person started, launch their business, and etc., and get them qualified. And since it's about an hour time to do that, when you're really focused and you get down to the nitty-gritty and make things happen, $30 an hour is an amazing amount of money per hour. That translates to about $60,000 a year when you look at a traditional work week of 40 hours a week. The next position is executive team trainer. That's 75 points between you and your team. Every time you get a new business partner and that business partner gets qualified for doing the same work, just like at the position of ETT, you get paid up to $100 per new business partner. So again, if you compare that to an hourly wage, it takes about an hour to get somebody going, you will get paid $100 an hour. I myself am an ETL. I'm on my way to team coordinator. I'm finishing that out and sprinting towards that position before the end of the year. And every time someone gets started in the business and they get qualified for doing the same work in the position of QTT, ETT, and ETL, we get paid now $300 per hour. Now just imagine this. We went from 30 to 100, that's a 700% raise. We went from 100 to $300, that's a 300% raise, all for doing the same exact work. We're in corporate America. Do you know that anyone got a 700 or 300% raise? It's absolutely astounding in terms of how that happens. And man, I'm telling you, when you make $100 an hour and you do 10 people a week, 10 people a week times 300 is $3,000 a week. You get that money, this customer acquisition bonus money, I didn't mention it yet, that actually gets paid out at the end of a week. So we pay 5 times in this business. We get paid the customer acquisition bonus weekly, so that's 4 checks. We get overriding residual income, that's another check, and we get paid residual income, that's another check, and then bonuses. So in this business, we actually get paid 6 different times or 6 different ways for being in this business. At your job, how many different ways can you get paid? You can only get paid one way, and that's by going to work and doing your job and earning a commission, a salary, or hourly wage. What happens if you don't go to work? You don't get paid. In our business, with the residual income, you can quit, nobody will know, and you'll get up to your 10%, or you'll get your overriding residual income from your team, and you'll continue to receive checks. People are still going to have bills for electricity, natural gas, cell phone, and etc. And they're still going to have to pay that how often? They're going to have to pay that every single month. So you'll get paid month after month, year after year, for as long as your customers maintain and keep and pay for an ACN service. I think that's just amazing. The position after team coordinator is regional director, regional vice president, and senior vice president. There are increased customer acquisition bonuses once you get to those levels. Also, from the team coordinator position all the way to the senior vice president position, you are eligible for an annual retreat. There's something I really want to highlight and focus here. Success as an ACN IBO is not guaranteed, but rather influenced by an individual specific effort. What does that mean? That means if you get involved with this business and you talk to no one, you will make no money. When you get involved with this business and you talk to some people, you will make some money. But when you get involved with this business and you talk to a lot of people, you can make a fortune. Does that make sense? It makes absolute sense to me. That's why I got started, and that's why I'm an ETL on my way to TC. Lastly, we're going to cover training and support. Training and support is so important because, as you see there, it says in business for yourself, but never by yourself. So we have all kinds of training opportunities available. This is an example of an opportunity for training for those that are listening from the team. It's also an example of training for people who are just starting to get involved with this business. We also have local and regional and international training events. This Tuesday, tomorrow Tuesday, we're going to be here in Chicago. We'll be at the Holiday Inn over there on TUI and I-94. We'll be meeting around 7 o'clock, and we'll be finished by around 8:39. You'll get all the information you need there. You'll meet with Regional Vice President, Mr. Daniel Dimitrov, and other leaders of our Matrix team who are going to be more than happy to answer any and all questions that you have, as well as perhaps even get you started, and we can help you make your money back. We are going to Phoenix, Arizona in December of this year for international training. International training is a tremendous event. It's absolutely crazy, absolutely bonkers. There's going to be about 30,000 people there. They're going to come from all over the world in terms of to get this training. Okay, they come from Canada, they come from the United Kingdom, they come from Australia. I remember one convention, they had 1,000 people come from South Korea to the United States to celebrate the first senior vice president promotion that ever happened in our company over in South Korea. So I was done a long time ago. Usually I hear 4 excuses in terms of getting started with this business. And one of the first excuses is I don't understand everything. Second is it's too good to be true. The third excuse is that I hear is I don't have time. And the fourth excuse is $399. Well, let me start with the first one. You don't understand everything. Well, do you remember your first job? When you went to your first job, did you know everything? Did you even know where the bathroom was? Maybe some of you did and some of you didn't know where the bathroom was, but the bottom line is simply this. You had to get trained to become an expert at the job that you were there to do, right? So over time, you didn't know anything from day one, but over time, as you did your job and you got trained and you learned to do your job better and better, you were able to understand more and more and do a better job. Well, the same thing applies here. You can earn while you learn. If you like the idea of saving money and then making money when people pay bills, and you like the idea of sharing this blessing with other people, you don't necessarily have to present. You don't necessarily have to present or anything like that. We'll do the presenting for you. It's very simple and straightforward. We'll help you get everything done. Okay. Well, too good to be true. Well, is it? Because here's what I know. When you left your house today, did you unplug your refrigerator? Did you unplug your alarm clock? Did you unplug the microwave? See, someone was getting paid while you left the house. But the thing is, it wasn't you who was getting paid. Does that make sense? Get started with our business. You can earn while you learn. It's too good to be true. Well, you want to do research, this, that, the other thing. Well, for DirecTV, Dish Network, Innovia Payments, Vivint, and ADP to get involved with our company, don't you think they had to do a lot of research? Our company has also been featured, if you want to do research, our company's been featured in Inc. magazine this year. Our energy company, Zoom Energy, was considered the 13th fastest growing privately held company here in the United States of America. In 2013 to 2014, they experienced a 16,000% growth rate. That's not according to Jeff Tandock, the leaders of ACN, or the leaders of the Matrix. That's according to Inc. magazine, one of the most highly respected publications that's out there on Wall Street. So our company has also been featured in Success magazine 10 years in a row. We've been on the cover of that magazine every year for the last 10 years, and every edition of that that we've been featured in is 90% focused on ACN. You don't have time, we're not worried about your time. What we know is this, that you have a cell phone, and in your cell phone you have contacts. And all we're asking you to do is get in touch with your contacts and get them in front of someone like myself or the other Matrix leadership like Mr. Daniel Dimitrov here in Chicago, or depending on where you are in the country, we'll find a way to get you plugged into the Matrix team and the Matrix system under Mr. Byron Nelson. The bottom line is really this. Our company, you're in the very early stage of our company. We only have a 1% market penetration. We're going to hit critical mass very soon. That means we'll have 10% of the market share. Right now, we only have 1. But here's what I can assure you. Like it or not, somehow, some way, if you don't talk to your people, someone from that Matrix team will talk to your people. It's already happened time and time and time again. We can't begin to tell you the number of stories that it has actually happened. The last thing here is $399. You don't have it. Well, being grown adults, when do you want, how much longer do you want $399 to be a problem? See, it's $399 now. When I got started, it was $499. So the founders of the company thought it would be a great gift to anyone that's getting started to share the blessing of this company, ACN, and reduce the cost of our startup fee by 20%. So $399 isn't a lot of money, especially when you see the services that we have to offer here. Those are all services that you use yourself or your family and friends use. And all you have to do is get 6 services or acquire 6 customers. A customer is equivalent to a service. And you acquire 6 customers, you'll get a $400 check. So if it costs $400 to start, and you get paid back right away by the end of the week, $400, how can you go wrong? Well, that's it. Whoever invited you to this webinar, thank them. Whoever invited you to this webinar, get back in touch with them. Let's see if we can meet with you tomorrow, Tuesday, at the Holiday Inn, or have a one-on-one kind of meeting, or do a group meeting, whatever the case might be. We're here to serve you and help you to be successful. Matrix stands for Making a Team Realize Its Expectations. This is Mr. Jeffrey Tandock, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks.